Good afternoon, friends. Let's begin from where we left last time, walking through the book, The Rabbit Lesson. This time, we'll be doing some more exercises how to enhance the joy of reading with small children, starting with the small little book which is beautifully illustrated. Let's see the illustrations this time. Now, how are we going to proceed with next exercise? First time we talked about walking through the book. You've taken the child through the entire book. Now let's move page wise, and this time we are using three techniques, which is follow my finger. First one, which is like I read and you follow my finger. That's how the child is supposed to look at the word and listen to the word that you are reading. Second is echo reading. I speak and you speak behind me, after me. I have spoken, so the child repeats what you have spoken, even where you have to take the pitch, where do you want to modulate your voice. So all those things also gets picked by the child, the way you speak. Third one we call coding, decoding, like you put finger on the word, like this is something, so you are kind of prompting the child to speak the complete word. So it's like if it is something, I've covered half the word and child reads it and says some and then thing. So he or she learns to join the words. He knows how to break the big words into smaller ones. And now also with picture recognition and sound recognition, he is able to decode what is the phonetic, what is the sound behind. Here we are not emphasizing on sounds because the more emphasis is on reading. So whichever way, whatever way they like to talk, whatever like they want to speak, they can continue speaking. So let's start with reading. I'll just give one example. Like one day Taylor decided to build something. Now when you emphasize on the word, let the child also speak the same word. Repetition. Here you have to do a lot of repetition. Last time also I said 3 to 4 times at least. The child, once you have read the book, they will understand, they will be able to connect the picture with the word. Then something new, something special. So having read this story, I have already read the story, so I'll not bore you with the same story again. Something amazing. So what is it that the child Taylor was building? When we were talking about questions, you can look at the page and discuss each and every page. So this was about reading exercises. The 3 exercises that I have mentioned here are echo reading, follow my finger, and coding and decoding. So fourth one is like a game which you can use for enhancing the vocabulary, or also enhancing, we can call them sight words. So what is it that how do sight words help to enhance the reading skill? Because those words will be repeated in most of the stories. So when they are familiar with those words, children feel very confident with those words. You can make a list of those words and put on the refrigerator, and you can play a game. Read these words, and once they read, you can tick mark those. Or you can also have a pile of words. We call it my pile, your pile. So once you have read the word, let's say I've shown the word to the child and he reads it, something. If it's read correctly, it's your pile. And if it's not read correctly, it comes back to my pile. Then the next one is special. If you've read it, it goes in your pile. If it doesn't, if you are unable to speak it, it comes back to my pile. Third word is amazing. So amazing again, if you've spoken it well, if the child has picked up the word, it goes to her pile, otherwise it comes back to my pile. So we say my pile, your pile. And you keep on repeating these words. You can keep on changing these words as per the story, and that's how we are kind of reinforcing the same words again and again. You can also have a list of words placed wherever the child sits for reading, or you can have it on refrigerator. So it is during the day when you look at those same words again and again, those words, they get coded in our mind, and the child learns to read those words. Now the second thing that I'm going to talk about in these COVID times and lockdown period is I'm coming across a lot of children who are feeling sad, who are feeling depressed because there is a whole lot of information from school which is uploaded, and there's a whole lot of information which parents are downloading. Now a 3-year-old or a 4-year, 5-year-old child who has been locked in the room is now made to sit and do so much of work in the first month of the session, which is quite unfair. So here I need all of you, I request all of you to make them understand about their emotions. The emotional aspect we'll be talking about through the story, how we can make the child understand how they are feeling, how are they able to perceive their own emotions, how they are able to relate, quick pinpoint how I'm feeling today. Most of the times, even as grown-ups, we don't understand what is happening to me, what's happening to me in this lockdown. There's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of aggression, there's a lot of depression, stress. So even stress and distress also happens with as small as 3-year-old also can suffer. Many times parents feel these things happen only to older people, only to adolescents or teens or tweens. No, it happens with small children as well. So we really need to take care of their emotions during these tough times. So my request to all of you is pick up a storybook which is very expressive. Let's say here the tailor is feeling happy because he's going to make something new, something special, something amazing. But once his things have crashed down, look at 3 things. How we learn to decode our emotions. Facial expressions. You can ask, oh my God, look at this. Look at this. How is he feeling? His body language. His body language has completely changed. And then first thing we talked about, facial expressions, body language, then the way person speaks when you are highly emotional, when you are sad, when you are totally feeling pent up, you don't want to speak. So just ask. You don't have to tell your child to speak. See, look at him. How is he feeling? Why is he feeling this way? Do you also feel this sometimes? When is it that you feel this way? Would you like to talk about it? Do you like to discuss about it? Okay, let's move forward. And it is not always that you want to speak to anybody and everybody. There are a very few people with whom we open up. There are a very few people with whom we like to talk. So this has very beautifully depicted through this book that he does not open up with any of the animals. He doesn't want to speak, he doesn't want to rebuild, he doesn't want to remember anything. Even with the bear, even when he doesn't want to shout. So there is a whole lot of expression. How do you express your anger? How do you express your aggression? Even with a very friendly person, the child may not like to open up. It's not like somebody is very, cozy and a friendly person, and child still may not like to talk. So there you can talk about every expression in the picture. You can discuss why this happens. How is it that we don't feel comfortable with everybody? What are the kind of emotions we feel? When do you feel this way? Do you also feel this way? When you do not want to talk and you just want to shut your doors? I'm sure even this happens with each one of us during these days, when you want to just shut yourself in the washroom or wherever, because there's something inside which is disturbing you, which you can't express. Now comes the person who's empathetic, who understands, and just being with that person makes us feel happy, makes us comfortable, makes us want to express ourselves, makes us want to talk about our problems. And there are very few minded, and you should never lose those people who are very close, who understand you, who are empathetic. So in today's world where everybody is facing something or the other, we have to be very empathetic, compassionate, not only for our own selves, for our family members, but also for the little ones, the toddlers. They are not allowed to go outside. They are not allowed to play their games. How long do you want them to stick to their screens, be it laptop or an iPad or a TV screen? There were times when you didn't want them to be there, and there are times when they are just sticking there. So parents, my suggestion is read a story, take them through all these emotions, and you can also ask them to draw through emojis. How are you feeling today? There can be an emoji chart. How am I feeling today? Once they are able to pinpoint how are they feeling today, they will understand this is called being sad, this is called being angry, this is called happy. I'm very happy today because I got this, I read this story with you. As I told last time also, there is a bond being developed. So there are so many skills we are learning only through just one story. Talking about it, in the end, each one of us wants this person in our lives with whom we are comfortable, with whom we are cozy, with whom we can share, where there is no fear of judgment. That person is not going to laugh at me because I am this way. The person is not going to judge me the way I look. The person is not going to make fun of me or use this against me because I am a certain way. So to have those rabbits in our lives is very important. And the book ends with a beautiful message. It says, sometimes hugs say more than words. Hug your children, compliment them, assure them every day that they are loved. When a mother or a father, even with your grown-up kid, if you hug them, they really feel wanted. And believe me, each one of us somewhere wants to get loved, wanted, and accepted. I hope you enjoyed my tips. Please do follow me. Thank you. Signing off, Indu Punj.